Hey everybody, and welcome to this explainer. I want you to go ahead and think of me as your friendly relationship mentor today, because we are kicking off an absolutely transformative 5-week journey. We're diving headfirst into the Magic ATM Lovers Conclave's August theme, justice and mercy. We're going to unpack some profound, ancient wisdom that's literally going to revolutionize how you view, build, and sustain your relationships. So, let's get ready to grow.
So our overarching theme for this journey is justice and mercy, cultivating righteousness and forgiveness in your relationship. To do this, we're actually exploring the prophetic books, using God's justice and His mercy as the ultimate perfect blueprint for resilient love. And look, whether you're single and actively preparing your heart right now, or you're already married and looking to strengthen your bond, these ancient truths, they are completely universal. They are absolutely designed to revolutionize how you love.
But before we dive any deeper into week 1, I've got a question for you, one that might actually challenge your entire relationship paradigm. Here it is. Is your love conditional, or is it covenantal? Just let that sit for a second. You know, we hear the word love tossed around constantly in our culture. But how often do we actually stop to define the foundation it's built on? Is it based on conditions being met perfectly, day in and day out? Or is it built on a rock-solid covenant? That's the core question we're answering today.
Section 1. Hosea and Gomer, a living parable.
This brings us to a piece of scripture that is, frankly, pretty shocking. Hosea 3 verse 1 says, "And the Lord said to me, Go again, love a woman who is loved by another man and is an adulteress, even as the Lord loves the children of Israel." Just imagine receiving that command. God is literally instructing the prophet Hosea to live out a radical, almost incomprehensible demonstration of love. He's told to go and love a woman who has been actively unfaithful to him.
You see, the book of Hosea isn't just some historical account. It's a living, breathing parable. God commands the prophet to marry an unfaithful woman, to directly mirror his own intentionally restorative relationship with the idolatrous nation of Israel. It's a tangible demonstration of divine love. And the source text makes a crucial point here that we absolutely cannot miss. This love is not weak. Sometimes, we mistake forgiveness or relentless pursuit for weakness. But the text tells us it is fiercely loyal. It proves that true love has a strength that completely defies human logic.
Section 2. Defining Hesed.
So that word right there is Hesed. It's an ancient term and it means a loyal, covenant-keeping love that pursues, pays a price, and restores, even when it is completely undeserved. Our source text highlights that God's love isn't just some reward for good behavior. Actually, it's the very source of redemption. And this sets the ultimate standard for how we should view commitment in our own lives.
Section 3. Conditional versus covenantal love.
In so many of our relationships today, we confuse love with a fleeting feeling, right? A feeling that just vanishes the second trust is broken. That is conditional love. It's feeling-based. But God's model of Hesed is entirely different. It's commitment-based. It chooses to pursue healing, even in the face of betrayal. Now, to be clear, this doesn't mean tolerating abuse, for sure, but it absolutely means defining love by your commitment far more than by convenience.
Covenant love is the kind of love that says, what we have is more valuable than the cost to restore it. I really want you to let that sink in. Think about the relational conflicts you face. When the cost of restoring the relationship feels incredibly high, and let's be real, it often does, Hesed love looks at the covenant and declares that the relationship itself is infinitely more valuable than the pain and the price of that restoration.
Section 4. Practical application. First up, let's talk directly to the singles watching. The text challenges you to take a hard look at your standards for a future partner. Are those standards based on some impossible demand for perfection, or are you looking for someone who actually has the capacity for a true covenant? This week, your action item is to pray this: God, teach me the depth of your Hesed love. You've got to actively guard your heart against the trap of conditional love that our culture pushes so hard, and instead prepare yourself to both offer and receive a loyalty that reflects God's own loyalty.
Now, for the married couples out there, your challenge is to take some time and deeply reflect on your marriage covenant. Has it quietly become transactional? Are you keeping score? If so, the source material highly encourages you to initiate a covenant renewal this very week. Look your spouse right in the eyes and vocalize this truth. Say to them, my love for you is not based on your performance. It's based on my promise before God. I am committed to us no matter what. Let me tell you, rejecting that transactional scorekeeping and replacing it with a promise-based love, that will completely transform the atmosphere of your home.
Section 5, the challenge, Week 1 declaration.
I want you to read this declaration with me, whether you say it out loud or just quietly in your heart. Here we go. We are committed to a steadfast Hesed love. We choose loyalty over convenience, restoration over abandonment. Our love mirrors the pursuing, redeeming heart of God. That right there, that is the standard. Not perfection, but a pursuing, redeeming, totally steadfast loyalty.
So as we wrap up week 1 of this explainer, I want to leave you with this final practical thought to chew on. What does covenant loyalty actually look like in the practical, daily grind of your relationship? I mean, when the dishes aren't done, when harsh words are spoken in the heat of the moment, when trust really needs to be rebuilt, what does Hesed look like in that exact moment? Talk about it with your partner and start cultivating that resilient love today. Catch you next time.